Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to NinjaTrader Live. I'm Tracy Shuchart, Senior Economist, and here's what happened while we were away. Well, this was a little bit before. This was earlier in the morning. Trump rang the bell this morning. If you didn't see that, he promoted Dell's computers from the White House after ringing the opening bell of the stock market in the Oval Office in a first of its kind ceremony with the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ. And Dell stock soared more than 7% after the president's remarks. He said, go out and buy a Dell computer. And it wasn't the first time he's made that pitch, but again, he also just said why that I just saw. He also just said a few minutes ago that the stock market is going to new record highs. So take that for what you will. We had Waller speaking today. He says forward guidance needs to be flexible. Sounds like he's pushing back a little bit on Warsh's comment. He said, I continue to believe that forward guidance can be a valuable tool and has at times significantly strengthened policy making and will be continued to be useful. So that's kind of a little bit of a hint of a pushback against Warsh wanting to get rid of forward guidance, that dot plot that everybody loves. My personal opinion is I think they should get rid of it and then nobody can hold them to anything, but I digress. Interesting with all of the volatility lately. It's kind of running hotter than the dot-com era, believe it or not, intraday volatility. And it's fleshing out hedge funds with VAR limits and retail traders chasing a breakout. So a violent rotation in the underbelly of the bullish stock market is extending the worst run for quantitative hedge funds since 2023. A long-short momentum strategy which buys recent equity winners and sells loser dropped more than 3% for the second straight week. Systematic long-short managers dropped 2.1% last week through Thursday after declining 3.1% over a 5-day stretch that was their worst since December 2023. Fundamental managers also fell last week as hedge funds cut leverage, with tech among the most sold sectors. We have Arabica coffee futures are skyrocketing higher today, rising the most intraday since July 2020 as poor weather in top grower Brazil and persistently tight near-term supply sent prices sharper. Prices in New York rose as much as 18.5% today, touching the highest level since January. It's not just coffee markets, but also other futures for pantry staples like rice and sugar, as well as cocoa futures in New York have surged to the highest since January as rains continue in top growing region of West Africa. And now for some World Cup news. So apparently the Mexico and Brazil losing their chances for the World Cup also dashes hopes for a beer sales boom. That's right. Morgan Stanley said there's a risk that third quarter sales in Latin America will fall short of expectations after the two largest teams there were knocked out of the tournament on Sunday, and in the process quashed hopes for the kind of quote-unquote beer swilling boom one might have expected if they had pushed towards the July 19th final. We had shares of AB InBev down over 4% in Brussels, closed down over 4% in Brussels, and Heineken also slipping 1.4% in Amsterdam today. Meanwhile, Constellation Brands, which distributes Corona and Modelo in the U.S., dropped 5.9% in New York, and Boston Beer Company and Molson Coors Beverage also declining, all because of two teams got knocked out of the finals. Anyway, moving on, everybody's talking about, I just wanted to clear something up on the oil front. Everybody's talking about how Saudis slashed their main oil price to a rare discount, alluding to the fact that there is a big surplus out there. They dropped their lower Arab light oil next month by $11 to minus 150 below the regional benchmark. Now, I will tell you, this is not because there's too much oil on it. I really think this is a power play for Saudi Arabia, and they're trying to gain market share over UAE in the region as UAE left OPEC. So I think they're kind of exerting their force there, trying to undercut UAE and get their business maybe as a little bit of a, you shouldn't have left OPEC. But we'll see. But certainly there is not a oversupply in the market right now. And with that, I will send it to Jim for an Edge report.
Thank you, Tracy. Heineken, Corona, Modelo, in trouble? That sounds like a call to action to me. Thank you for that, Shay. We're on it. In other words, hold my beer. We got this. Let's take a look at the E-mini S&P 10-minute chart right now. We had a nice initial balanced rally. We had continuation buying all the way up to that Mentor Q one-day max and beyond by a little bit, by the way. That's at 75.91. Didn't make it all the way to 7,600 call resistance before a little bit of a retracement. And guess where we retraced to? That 0 DTE call resistance level. It's 75.75. We might have missed it by a tick or two, but it was a really nice target there. And it was just a little bit north of that session VWAP right now, which is kind of arcing up nicely here. I got a couple standard deviation bands around it. And why that's important, we are now above that first upper standard deviation band, or +1 as Stowe would call it. And we're below the second one, which is +2, but we're in that zone right now, and we're right at the point of control. Official point of control right here is it's 85 3/4. The volume profile is poor. I would say it's poor. It would probably get a C-, maybe D+. We do have a couple of other volume distributions here that are relatively prominent related to the primary one, a little bit lower here with some gaps in between. So we'll see if that matters at all going forward here or not. But this is looking pretty strong again. Nice kind of regular retracement back down, and buyers are kind of getting busy again right now, right at that 75.86 level. Let's shoot over to the Bitcoin really quickly here. And where's it at? There we go. Let's let the data populate here for a second, folks. So interestingly enough, and actually I should go back to a daily chart. We have time for that. Let's do that. So we do have a bottom in. This is looking a little bit like gold, actually. And where I said I don't think the bottom's in, but who knows? We had this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 day of kind of support level right here, right around that 50, just south of the 59,000 level, and then we slowly are creeping up. Right, we're out of the rotation zone now. We're above the 21 and the 8 EMA. We're driving back up to the anchored VWAP. I anchored the VWAP from the previous peak here. That was back on May 6th. So we'll keep an eye on that. Nice kind of green candle right now with a big wick at the bottom. Buyers are in charge right now. 23.6% retracement from that measurement high to low. Still got a long way to go. But that flaggy pattern we broke, that was a great bearish flag pattern Tracy called the other day. We did break lower, but then we kind of paused here. So we do have a nice bottom here right now. And look at the RSI. RSI is sloping up nicely as well. Still only 46, 47, 48 area right here. A lot of comparisons with gold, by the way, on the daily chart. But we're back over 63,000, which I'm excited about. 110%, 111% of the 34-day average range so far today, which was 2563. We hit some lows, though. We hit a really nice milestone on the downside. We hit that 0 DTE call resistance, which was lined up with the call resistance, which was lined up with the 0 DTE gamma wall. Down here, it's 61,500. Wicked all the way down to previous sessions lows. Yeah, I count Friday as previous session. And then that was it, man. And that was during the USIB. And then boom, we took off again. We rallied, kind of paused, stuttered a little bit coming out of the IB initial balance, and then boom, caught a bid again, and that drove us all the way up to the point of control, which right now is at 920 right here, 63, 920, and it's becoming more and more prominent. Again, the volume profile is not very good here either, but at least we have a nice kind of dominant point of control so far. Any further progress up, we got a lot of empty space here. We've got R3, and we got that second standard deviation band. We'll see if we make it up there or not. This could be it for the day, by the way, for the Bitcoin. So kind of promising. And then Treasury bonds really quickly here. Let's take a look. 112 and 11 30 seconds so far today. We really are kind of stuck in the mud again. Let's go back to the daily really quickly here and think about what we're seeing here. This is the June open. We're right at the June open right now. Again, there's all eyes on everything the Fed says with respect to this market. These numbers were from this morning, so ignore those. But this is looking negative. I mean, we had a really nice kind of area of resistance up here at 114.07, 5 days in a row. Finally, we broke bad, crossed through that anchored VWAP again, and look at that. ADMA is about to cross under the 21. This is bearish peak right now for me. Again, I'm going to be looking for places to sell treasuries. We have a nice target all the way down here, 111.11. Me and Pax talk about this every single Friday that we're together. Intraday, well, point of control is where we've been at the last couple of hours, and this is my guess where we're going to end today, 112, 30 seconds. That's this afternoon's Edge Report. We are ready to trade the close with a fantastic panel of young traders. We have XYZ representing the West Coast along with Christian from Trading Boxes, and then we have our Midwestern own Jack Gleason from Chicago. Good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon.
Hey, guys.
We got Brass. Is that Brass?
Bass.
Bass Pro Shop? Sorry.
Bass. Come on, bud. I'm surprised XY doesn't have one on. Usually.
Hold on.
I know he's got one.
Do you?
We're going to hold the NinjaTrader live.
Oh,
presentation.
Wait. Hold on.
Oh, no.
Hold on.
Wow. Guys, what company do we work for?
Today's episode of NinjaTrader Live is sponsored
The Pro
by
Shop.
Bass
Pro
Pro Shop.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Look at us.
I don't own one,
Jim,
guys.
hold on.
USA.
USA.
I don't own one, but I'll put my mailing address here into the chat if anyone wants to send me one.
Perfect. You sure you want to do that?
No, I'm just joking. Oh, anyway, let's talk about the markets today. XYZ, what do you think's going on here?
Not much, honestly.
No.
I am mentally spent.
Yeah.
I drew down probably close to 5K and swung the other way about 12, and I'm taking it there. I'm spent.
That took a lot of emotional
Yeah,
energy.
I think the market just threw me a huge bone going back under the IB high and finally just selling off there. Hey, yo. But yeah, it was tough. I was trying to get the longs or all morning after the IB close. Finally, after that sweep low and they broke the swing, got along, made most of it back, and then kind of just chilled, see what the market's gonna do. Maybe I'll call it, maybe I won't, but they started to show some good weakness. ES was the key. Anyone that's looking at ES, look at the volume profile. As soon as they built the highest node and lost it, that was also a go signal for NQ to go grab some shorts, and I just chased it all the way down to the 890s.
Yeah, it seemed like early this morning though, XY, the ES and NQ were not talking to each other.
They weren't, and that was what was tripping me up. I expected continuation off of NQ even further because ES just looked so strong, and I thought that NQ was like a laggard for that. So ES is kind of giving me the glimpse into the future, but it wasn't the case, and I just kept getting most of my size, coming back to break even or even stopping until the sweep and finally worked out. So today, right side, bad entries, I would say, which is what kind of just kept taking me out of a right idea.
Yeah.
Until things finally started to work out, and I'm taking that.
All right. Very, very awesome. Jack, what are you seeing today, baby?
So I really I'm long NASDAQ and Russell right now. I really like the position we bounced from in the NQ. That was the 50% retracement from the overnight low. I'm not exactly in on the exact level, but if you take the overnight low to today's high, that is 29,888 half, basically. So that's right where we stopped. I always like to pay attention to that, especially on the leader, which as a percentage change basis, the NASDAQ is up today. The YM was really leading last week, but These are going to be the two positions I'm favoring right now in the indexes. Is just this NQ and Russell. I'm hoping we can sweep back up to where we broke down from here in this NASDAQ, which is going to be near now 30,030 area. That's really where that selling had begun. If we don't, we start losing back below this level. I'm not expecting too much below the current low of the day. I'm not expecting the low of the day to be taken out, as in the RTH low. I'd start looking for support again around 29,830s. And then, yeah, gold acting really well. I actually have an order to, let's see, you guys are showing my full screen. It's a little bit out of here, but I'm looking at 4162 here. If we can pull back into that, and that's what I'm going to be looking for. As far as my little trend scan I've been developing, the Russell, I have it as trending the most during the RTH session. So that's why I'm long the Russell, because I have that trending the most during the RTH session. And then also the NASDAQ is just the best performer, which doesn't necessarily always mean that it's trending the most. So those are going to be my positions currently. Got my targets above. I already hit one target in the NASDAQ. I only have two here in the Russell. I'm looking for a continuation into new highs in the close in the Russell, though. That's what I got on.
Awesome, man. Thank you for that. Christian, what are you thinking?
So I trade mostly NQ, and it's been very range bound here. This is a 4-hour chart. We pretty much all we're doing really is consolidating above this daily bull bear zone here, doing a whole lot of nothing, but we are above the daily 9 MA, which is a major trend filter that I follow. And so for the daily, as long as we can hold this wedge breakout attempt, we can continue to consolidate and then push out higher. So if we continue to do that and hold, I'll be looking to possibly go long as well into higher prices. Got it.
Very, very awesome. Appreciate that. I do have a special announcement to make, though. By the way, this Thursday, 4 p.m. East Coast time, we have another edition of Develop Your Edge with the one and only XYZ. There he is. And it's open mic, live Q&A sessions. So if you're able to come and be in the chat, light it up, and we'll get XYZ. We'll get some confessions out of this guy. We'll get some answers. It's going to be awesome. That's Thursday. This is part 2. We already did our first session with XY. This is we're doing our second one at 4 p.m. on Thursday. Really looking forward to that one, man. Can't wait. Oh, that leads me to the other thing. Remember, and I just figured this out recently, by the way, you guys. You could literally go to the channel and set notifications for these events. It's helped me a lot in my dotage, which means my old age, that I could hit the notification button. It sends me a reminder. So if you guys get a chance, hit that notification button on the channel. It'd be awesome. Anyway, other than that, you guys, wish you the best of luck on your trades. Appreciate you guys being here as usual. I am going to dip in the chat, and I will be all eyes.
See you, Jim.
Cool. Take care, Jim.
Later, Jim.
Senior moments, he would call them.
Yep. Hanging out with my parents, I'm starting to realize they have those too now. I'm like, oh gosh, you guys are getting old.
Yeah. Then it'll be us.
It's around the corner. All right. So, what's your favorite fishing lure?
9mm.
Fishing lures are like indicators. Some work in some lakes and some work in others. You never know.
Does he fish?
Yeah, the one that my favorite one is the one that catches all the fish.
The best one.
Just saying.
Dude, we should
Well, I learned that all the people that fish on this network are all just LARPing. They're not actually great at fishing.
Well, hold on. I think I'm pretty good.
You're good? Was it Joey said he wasn't all that? And somebody else.
Joey's not. Yeah, Joey. I tell Joey about my fishing trips, and he wants to come on them.
Oh, he want to learn a thing or two, huh?
Yeah.
Fishing course?
Fishing course.
Hey, why are you laughing at our hats? These are great. These are fantastic hats. I got mine for $5. What about you guys?
Yeah, $5.
Got mine for free.
For free?
Oh,
yeah.
Do you steal it, Chris?
We don't talk about crime, okay?
Yeah, Chris,
we're not talking about
usually don't.
crime on the show.
I'm
Yeah,
a real fish guy. That's why.
Dude, don't admit to it. Jesus.
Big klepto.
You
I'm part of a large
keep your,
fishing community.
keep your stuff away from Chris.
Yeah, big thief, huh? Big thief guy. I like that Jack's got the matching. He got that fit on today, I will say.
Yeah, I'm the type of guy that turns his air conditioning on just so he can put a sweater on.
So
I'm like, make it colder so I have to dress warmer.
I gotta respect that.
I just like to waste money. So
You can't perform well if you're not looking good, you know?
Yeah. I also like to be shivering, you know? If I'm too warm, I'm too comfortable. Go take a look, you know? I'm like,
gotta
I
be
gotta
on
be
your
like,
toes.
yeah.
Self-development.
There's probably something to be said about the temperature. You ever notice like offices are super cold because they don't want their, they don't want their employees comfortable. I feel like that's a
Comfortable,
thing.
you start nodding off. Maybe there's some alpha in there.
I think so. I bet there's studies to say the best degree at which your mind performs. I mean, I'm sure there's some deviation between different people, but there's probably like a study out there that at a certain temperature your brain functions at a better rate.
EXO says my AC set to 58 so I can wear hoodies. 58?
That's pretty cold.
58.
I don't even know if I could get my house that low, to be honest.
Yeah. Where do
In the
you
summer.
live? Where the hell are you?
Jack just got to open his window. It'll
Are
put a
you in
40.
Eskimo? Are you in Alaska?
58.
I get my house to 58 in the winter. I don't know
I
about
don't
right
think I
now.
want to be in 58. Yeah, he must be rich. 58, really?
Yeah, dude, what are you trading? Jeez.
Yeah.
Got to cool that computer down.
He's wearing a Montclair jacket.
Yeah, right.
He got the fur, the coyote fur, and everything.
Some designer boots.
Oh, you got positions on.
I see everybody here still has their fingers from the weekend. I'm not. I haven't seen Joey yet though. He said he put on a fireworks show. I said let me buy insurance on
yeah.
your hands.
How do I short his hands?
Yeah, my hands too valuable these days. I don't know about blowing off fireworks like I used to as a kid.
Fireworks, I mean, to me at least, they were always so expensive. They're probably even more expensive nowadays.
Well, you live in California.
I didn't
Probably
have
just
it like
charge you
that
more.
growing up, so fireworks was a premium to pay. Yeah.
A box of sparklers. Jeez.
Dude, you gotta make them count. Hold it till it's down to your fingers.
Yeah. No safety. I feel like I haven't streamed with you in forever, XY.
How long has it been? I feel like I haven't streamed in forever. I was gone for a week, came back, and then that one day, Thursday, and then we had the extended weekend. And yeah, I just feel like I haven't even really looked at markets in a long time. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, that makes sense because I was gone a couple weeks, and then I think
Oh
you
yeah,
were
you were out
gone.
too. Hmm.
I'm back in the
Now they get
action.
the Bass Pro Gang, you know?
Yeah. One of those
Only
trips.
one out of the three fish.
Yeah. One of those trips was a fishing trip.
Everyone's a LARP.
I'm still waiting for his trading on the boat stream.
How'd you guys do today, chat? Honestly, it was, oh man, it's rough.
Yes, once back to highs, huh? A clear leader.
I would have, man, my experience today would have been so different if I had just traded ES instead. Super clean holds,
Yeah.
structure, and it just kept paying over and over. But I was trying to mess around on NQ, going off of ES, and it would just keep poking me out. And
Yeah, I didn't get to the desk till late this morning, so I missed any of that opening move. Well, not that there was much of an opening move, but Mondays, sometimes I just like to wait at least an hour after the open.
Yeah, I didn't
I'd
get the
rather trade
best
the
luck.
Sunday night open than the Monday morning open personally.
I got to this maybe like 20 minutes after the first hour.
How close do you two live to each other?
It's like 2 hours, huh? An hour and a half, maybe?
2 hours is like
Yeah,
20
an
minutes.
hour and a half to 2 hours in traffic.
Okay. Well, like
Yeah,
2 hours
hour
is
and a
like,
half.
that's not even that bad in traffic. That must mean you guys live 10 miles away from each other.
Yeah, I don't even know. Actually, in traffic, it might even be longer. Um, Maybe like an hour 15 without traffic, something like that. Which is traffic is perpetual here.
Yeah.
It could be nothing and there will be traffic.
Yeah, well now you have traffic on Saturdays. Before, like 10 years ago, you didn't really.
Well, dude, it's so dense now. Like they've been just building those big apartment like the
Yeah.
new apartment complexes everywhere. So now it's super dense out here. Good afternoon. What up, Joey?
Joe, we were just talking about you. You got your hat on? First of all, do you have both your hands? It's the number one concern.
We got Kalshi. We got Kalshi on your hands.
Yeah.
Kalshi action.
This line was moving a lot Saturday night. Like, does he have them? Does he not have them? How many fingers will Joey be holding up on Monday?
Joey's like typing with one hand right now.
Oh, thank goodness.
All 10
Just
fingers and toes. Ooh,
music to my ears, Joey.
that's a dub.
All right, I have 4 different targets of this NQ trade, but one of them is more size. I got two of my targets off now, and my stop actually moved to break even on my initial entry, but then I added into it, so my average is 13s. But gonna move my other stop up here as we creep higher. But yeah, it's the person asking that Ermia to show XY trades. XY will show his trade if he gets in his trade, but we're currently we're functioning at 2 at a time right now.
Yeah, 2 at a time.
So
If I do get into one, I will let you guys know. We'll switch over, but mentally I'm like mega spent. And I didn't even trade for that long. Like it just
sometimes it be like that, dude.
yeah.
Silver. Let's see here. I'm running through my markets. I'm getting pretty excited for single stock futures. I know, Chris, you are. XY probably not as excited as I am, but I heard there was a date. Is there a date on
A
that?
date for
A
what?
date that
Yeah,
those are officially getting launched.
there is a
27th, I
date.
think.
27th of this month.
I believe so.
Cool.
I
See?
am definitely looking forward to that.
Okay. Good to
Maybe,
hear.
I mean, just more opportunities, right? Instead of feeling like you got to settle for something. If because I really only look at like ESNQ, gold and oil, but I haven't pulled up oil since like 2023. So, um, yeah, having more options. Maybe, they're not doing much, and you go hit up Costco. See what Costco's up to, or something like that. Like NQ sucks right now. I'm going to Costco.
I mean, yeah, if there's rotation,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you get order flow guys will do really well with Tesla.
Hope so. I mean, there's got to be enough like liquidity and stuff, or else the
Well,
signals are pretty weak.
yeah, the other thing is there'll be so much arbitrage between the stocks, the liquidity will be there, you know.
That's fucking chat. I knew it, dude. Look at them. Goyle. GCL. I hate you guys. If there's good liquidity, man, it's going to be sick. Definitely.
I must have missed the Goyle segment. I'm not privy to that inside joke.
Earlier, I just said I was trying to say ES, gold and oil, but then I said ES and Q and goil, and I was like, wait, no, I meant gold and oil. And of course, they caught on to that. 729 goil lists. Fucking hate these guys.
They're never gonna let you down on that one. You're hearing about that for 6 months.
All right, guys, hit the likes if you trade goil.
Oh, I'm double liking it now. You're getting the burner today.
You're gonna.
You got new high right now in the ES, or just putting a new high in the last 5 minutes, right? I feel like we've been seeing more and more divergence between these indexes.
It's just rotation.
Yeah. Yeah. Rotation, divergence, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I mean, I just thought for a while they were just pretty much trading in line with each other. I don't have like the actual stats. Maybe you have those. Do either of you guys use Edgeful much?
No.
No, not really.
No.
I'm like stuck in my ways, honestly. It's hard
I
to
know. Me
like
too.
just break out of stuff.
Yeah, I got
I'm
the
just-
the guy who started offered me the API, but I was like, I don't even know where to begin.
Oh, if it takes that kind of work, I am the smoothest brain out there. If I'm not like fully retired from in the next like 5 years, like I'm so cooked. Everyone's gonna be super AI proficient, and I can hardly use my iPhone.
Well, there's a will, there's the way. This YM, man, this YM's acting a whole lot better than any of these other indexes. Or even though they were not on highs out of the low, the YM is acting better than the Nasdaq is here. Makes you want to focus on it. Get some Goyle hats, custom merch.
I'm fucking reading chat right now. I hate these guys. Matt Smith, yeah, I mean, we got on. Jack started talking about his hat, and he's like, "Oh, where's mine?" I was like, "Where's mine? It's actually right here." And I had to put it on. And Chris was like, "Hold on, hold on." So Chris actually drove all the way to Bass Pro real quick and bought the hat and put it on stream.
Yeah.
So
True
hit the
story.
like. I mean, hit the like, guys.
Anything to be part of the cool club.
Yeah, that's some peer pressure. Got in his car and everything.
No, Goyle sounds like a Pokemon.
Goyle.
It does.
DS still all the way up here.
He's just so weak versus ES.
Yeah, NQ is just
Very little volume too. Not much is happening.
yeah, participation is it's pretty dry. Everyone's still hungover, you know. That big 250, baby. Yeah. Yeah, after IB got real slow. Even like this, I don't want to say sell off, but like that down leg that went all the way back to the 890s, that wasn't really quick either. It was just grinding its way through. So it's pretty slow today. I mean, we've been kind of spoiled too, right? 500
Yeah.
point ranges, 7, 800,000, high R vol, big ranges, even on a leg to leg basis. You can be on the wrong side of the market and you can bank 100 points. Um, Super spoiled, but Yeah, today's a little different.
With the, I think, 4th of July weekend, short weekend, Monday, summer, all the big baller traders be on their yachts. We're just here with our Bass Pro Shop
We're
hats,
here trying to make it out. We're
trying
trying to
to
make it out the hood.
trying out the hood.
Aren't you? Wait, were you the one like one of the streams you're asking if we can hear the sirens?
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, you gotta get out the hood, man. You were like,
Yeah.
yeah, someone got shot here a couple weeks ago or something.
Yeah. No, the whole hood, the whole hood's the hood. No, I just have a fire department not too far away from my house, and I'm within like a mile of like a hospital district.
Mm,
So, and I think they're just loud in Chicago because it's a city.
big city, you know. Are you like just right in the city?
I'm like, yeah, I'm in the city. I'm like, it's all buildings. There's no homes around me.
Mm.
I don't even know where the
City
closest
boy.
like,
City boy.
yeah, like Pax is out in the kind of the South burbs. Gonna seeing him for dinner tonight. Finally decided I'd go out with him. No, we've been trying to do it for a while and finally put it together. So
Private equity firm helped by the Celtics last year, maybe contributes to the Jaylen Brown trade. Also has a 20% ownership stake in the Spurs. The Spurs really have no use for Jaylen Brown unless you give up like De'Aaron Fox or something, but I don't. Jaylen Brown is he's a bit too outspoken. I would not prefer that. He's a hell of a player, but Spurs are a very culture first franchise. The Spurs are never going to be one man. Um, it's always program first. Doesn't matter who you are. And I don't know if Jaylen Brown really fits in there. LeBron back to Cavs. I mean, makes sense. Everyone's kind of like leaving 2 roster spots because, they're anticipating having to take Bronny too. But we'll see.
you think that's how it would be?
If LeBron goes and Bronny would go too.
I feel like at this point, LeBron wants to let him do his own
Yeah.
thing.
I think teams are just being
Cautious.
extra cautious about it. Yeah. Just leaving that extra roster space just in case. But I wouldn't expect that to be the case. That would put such a stain on Bronny's like reputation as his own NBA, as an individual NBA player.
Yeah,
That would be so bad.
That would be a bad move for sure.
Yeah.
Basketball,
Big basketball show, yeah.
Because I'm gonna dunk it!
We wear Bass Pro hats and we talk basketball. That's the show, guys. Please hit the like.
Also, we do answer trading related questions, so feel free to ask them. And when they're not there, there's that's the thing. I was like, I had a buddy over here at my house, and he's like seeing how I trade, and most of the days I just do my analysis and I just place my orders. He's like, that's it. I'm like, yeah, that's really it. I just kind of wait for things to come in and where I want to see them, and if other than that, I'm just over trading. So
in a perfect world, that's how we all trade, right? But easier said than done. Jack sticks to it, so he makes the big bucks. If you can stick to that kind of thing, you will make the big bucks. Yeah, just wait for the market to get where you really want it to. If I had been doing that all day, it'd be much different for sure.
Oh, I definitely still make my mistakes and force a trade, but the best days I can do analysis one time, and then that's why the thing about looking at enough asset classes, because it's not always great to trade one or the other. Ever since I built this little scanner I've really been trying to focus on the long shot, long markets and the ones that are scanning for me. I mean, nothing's ever going to be 100%, but it's been pretty good so far. But then of course you still got to wait for your setup.
You're going to tack on all 60 of the new products on that thing?
I'm probably going to have to create some separate. I actually just started switching my setup. So I'm running 2 computers, but my other computer is a little more powerful, and I bought another screen for it just so I can, because this is kind of new, so it's taken up some space for me. But what I'm gonna do is instead of having all of them display simultaneously, I'm gonna narrow it down to a specific criteria that I'm looking for, and then ask it to just display the stocks that are meeting the criteria I want to see. That's the plan, but one step
That
at a
would be
time.
cool. That would be cool to have, man. Even
Yeah.
for me. But my scanner, aka my iPhone, that has the ESPN app, has just notified me that DeRozan is now officially a free agent. He has just been waived by the Kings. So who wants DeRozan, chat?
Elsa, I already had my 2 trade limit for the strategy. I think you're probably talking about this one right here, but I already took a morning long here, which got stopped out in the new low. And then I took the second setup here, which hit 2R. I took half off there. And then the rest got stopped out when we made a new low versus this. So for the day, the IB strat is at minus 0.5R. So this setup here would be the third trade, but there's a 2 trade rule limit. So there was no, I couldn't open up the account for that anymore. So these were the 2 prior setups that I took. And yeah, or else if I only had 1 trade, this would have been the second. I'd be long right now on this reversal.
Pace is really, really slow. Just looking at the DOMs, like they're not even moving. It's harder to trade this kind of thing, especially if you're an order flow trader.
Yeah, Charles, I did not get my Ninja fixed on my other computer yet, so I'm gonna try to do that after the close. I mean, I basically wasn't around. I didn't trade Friday. After my stream on Thursday, I haven't looked at the markets till this morning.
Which one of
didn't
you
do any
guys
work.
traded Friday, chat? Friday was holiday, right? Yeah. I'd never even turn on the charts on holidays.
Yeah, you got to live a
I know
little
Dio.
life, you know?
I know Dio be trading it.
I'll tell you what, though, the only thing off my screen you guys can't see for orders is I got to order at 41.72-ish in the gold. So
41.72
yeah, bring that over. There it is.
for longs.
Yep, for longs. Looking forward on this little scanner here. I like to see bullish across 3. Like these two, the bar types are just 2 different like individual 1 bar or 2 bar bullish signals that I have, and then this is like generally the general trend that I'm scanning on multiple time frames. So if I can get 3 lining up, so right now you have copper lining up bullish, gold lining up bullish, and then actually then the couple currencies, which would be the 6A and the 6E, but and then the ES. So the out of the indexes here, like if you're looking, I mean, that just goes to show you were saying how clean the ES is. A lot of times, this will actually pick up that market that is the cleanest. And I mean, clearly, if you're trading the ES at alongside here, you're making it easy on yourself.
Yeah, ES was for me is so clean today. Could have just kept buying the same spot over and over with some size.
Even so, and that's you're referring to like the order flow you're seeing, right? When like you're not even talking like a chart pattern. Are you just saying like you just kept seeing some size getting bought on the order flow side of things?
No, it was just a volume profile. There's
Okay.
a low volume edge on the same note that they keep trading, and I'm like, they're not breaking this thing. But I would try to anticipate that with NQ. And as ES is doing, it's holding. NQ is just constantly poking lower and lower, and then it just takes my trade out. But if I had just been using layering orders on ES instead, the idea that is stemming from ES, like the location and everything, it would have just worked out. So it was like nonsensical for me to try to convey that through NQ when I could have just been doing that ES with more size to make it kind of like the same P&L, and then it would have been super smooth. ES has been very clean. Even the short side, it was super clean. But I was just trying to do it on NQ, which made it more difficult. Like I'm happy that everything ended well, but
Yeah.
Unnecessary headaches
I
for
tell you what
sure.
though, no, I actually like to hear like, however, we're viewing the same market through two different lenses, but when when you tell me how, hey, what I saw on that market makes it clear. And then like this little scanner I built is also kind of, I'm saying, hey, my scanner is making it clear. And it's really the only index actually that by that rule set is showing a clear upside bias. It's kind of,
Interesting.
it is interesting.
Interesting.
Yes, sluggish action. What are you short? What
I'm not
is
sure.
that? M2K?
Yeah, I'm long actually. I'm
Oh,
about
you're
to get stopped
long. I
out.
saw
I'm
price
gonna get
going
stopped
down.
out. Yeah. We get stopped out below this low. Hopefully it
Well, a little
holds.
bit of pace is entering. Hopefully it sustains.
Yeah, if we don't hold here in the M2K, I'm thinking we're going down to not that much further. I don't know, maybe like 20 25s is like my next 25 to 27s, which is like 3 points away, but I'm not sticking around for it.
I don't have a standard stop size for NQ. Um, and I'll never do anything like just points based. It has to make sense for the idea, for the structure, what the ATR is. So yeah, you reference, other days you'd be 30, which would make sense because, we had ATRs of even 70. And I just look at a 1 minute with a 10 bar look back. I've seen 50 ATRs, 60, 70. Today we've been hovering around 12 for a good minute, for a good while now, and we've had even up to the 20s, which yeah, is more feasible to have a 10-point stop if it's like 20 ATR or even 12 as it is now, a 1 ATR stop versus when the market's whipping like 50, 60 points. You're just asking to get killed. So, yeah, I don't do a standardized points-based thing. I just do 10 look back. Yeah, it's like a temperature check for me. I'm not looking to like super dial it in or anything. It's really just a temp check.
Oh, look at this push.
Roughly half ATR. No, I don't even set my stops based on the ATR number. It's just for my own reference. So let's just say the ATR is 50 and I'm looking to place like 15-point stops. If I really want to risk only 15, I have to get so greedy with the entry. If I'm trying to chase a move and I see that, look, I'm only really looking to risk 15 because I want X amount of size and the ATR is like 50, like that's just a bad idea. It is a bad idea. So that's how I incorporate the ATR into to risk.
Yes, new highs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, naughty fish. If it works, it works. There's so many good strategies and ways to manage trades and all that based on ATR. I have ATR for 5 minute and 1 minute. So, but I don't really pay too much attention to the 5 minute. if I'm being honest. It's just a 1 minute. Yeah, so just a 1 minute really.
So far saved on my stop. Didn't come for me.
I've never used Quant Tower, no.
What is that?
It's just another platform. Any reason you don't risk the same every trade using contract sizing? Like dollar, he's using you as an example. Do you risk the same dollar amount, Chris? Or what is it?
Uh, I use a percentage-based risk sizing.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't do that. Mia. I just like to every setup or trade idea I'm taking, there's like a grade that it goes through, right? You know, not every trade is equal. Some are better than others. Some I'm willing to risk more. Some I'm getting better access on the idea than the others. And all of those things kind of work together. You know, I make that split second decision. How much am I willing to risk on this? You know, how much do I really like it? How good is the entry for the idea? Like where would my stop be? And all of that happens like in a split second because, you know, like I said, I do the same thing every single time. So it becomes second nature. A million questions just flood into my head as I look for a trade, as I enter the trade, as I look for where I need to put my stop. And it's always the same questions. So my mind processes them very quickly because I'm always just doing the same thing. Um, then that's why sometimes I'll risk more on ideas. Sometimes I'll risk less. Sometimes I'll size bigger because I like where I'm located on the trade, where my risk has to be. Sometimes I just really like the idea that much. Sometimes, it's not too much. I'll do a little here, and if it really starts to move, I can add on. Like there's just so many things. The trade it has as a grade when I'm entering. It's graded, and as it starts to shake out and develop on the order flow, maybe it becomes a better grade, right? It improves into an even better trade idea, or it diminishes into something I don't really like much, and then I'll just either take the whole thing off or just leave it, not add, move the stop. Lots of things. Yeah, it's largely too. Yeah, my trading's not mechanical. It's pretty highly discretionary. Well, my execution at least. So it's different. If you're more mechanical, yeah, you can definitely just make a percentage base or the same cost of P&L per stop, and it would be just way more efficient probably. But that's just not my game. PAX is literally just airing out airing out where you guys are about to eat tonight.
Is he?
Yeah,
We're
well,
gonna
what
get.
time? He's asking you right now. He's asking you
Oh
in the
no, there
chat.
you
He's trying to
are.
make the plans. Yeah, yeah.
5:30. I'm 5:30. Honestly, I'm gonna leave my house early. I know you got to drive through the south. You probably got to drive right by my house, Pax. But just because I don't want to sit in traffic.
Yeah, there's gonna be 37 other people tailing you.
Oh. What did he? Oh,
Just gonna show up at the restaurant. Yeah, I'm with
no,
those two
we're
guys
not.
right there.
No, tell Tony it was his idea initially. We're not switching locations. Is he messaging and what is he doing?
Tony back at it again, huh?
Oh, Posterior is closed. Oh, that's what's going on.
I'm blowing my 8th funded account today. I'm tired, bro. Do it from December 2025. So any advice, please? I spent 300. Legend, you are asking the most loaded question. You might as well be asking me, how do I make money trading? I cannot give you anything there like that hasn't already been said. All that question has been answered multitudes over on the internet, on the stream, and we can't pinpoint it because we have no idea what you're doing. But
Also, only 7 months into his trading.
you have literally just asked me, I keep losing money. How do I make it now?
Yeah. Pax, I'll just DM you in Twitter now that I see that.
I would say, you know what? Honestly, Legend Algo, join something. Be deliberate. Be deliberate in what you're doing. So join something. If trying the free route and not paying for a course or education hasn't worked, maybe give it a shot. Maybe join Pax's group, right? Something that gives you a framework. Because everyone's going to sit here and be like, oh, everything's free. You should never pay for education. You should never pay for a course because it's all free. But it doesn't provide a seamless, structured framework, a clean sequence of, okay, this, and then learn this, and then do this, and then learn that, and then learn that. But courses do, or Discord rooms, or programs. Maybe that's what you need. You need some sort of framework, right, for building a process. And going through millions of YouTube videos, although free, but in random sequences might not be helping you. So
Yes.
join something structured, and Pax is in the chat. Join Pax's group. Something structured.
At least it sounds like he's taking it easy, because if he started 7 months ago and he blew how many accounts? 8?
Mm-hmm. That's actually, yes,
That's not
another
bad.
thing. Comparing it to my own experience, that's so good.
Yeah.
In 7 months, I would have done some damage.
Dude, 1 account a month? You
Like
could do 1 account in 2 hours.
2 hours. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll beat that too. Like, yeah, I do commend that. I do commend that part, but it seems like you need some sort of hand holding to guide you through a certain process and framework. Give it a shot, man. Worst case, you don't like it, just don't resubscribe, or I mean, you can't refund a course, but you get what I'm saying. Give it a shot. But honestly, yeah, spending $300 in 7 months, you say it like it's such a terrible thing, but I will have you know, I find that to be impressive myself. So I think just try to get yourself into a program.
Yeah, learn from Pax. He's made a lot.
Been through it all.
He's lost more than what we've made combined. That's for sure.
and then make it back.
Yeah.
Jesse Livermore style.
Yeah. Honestly, Legend, I will give it a shot, man. Join Pax's group. Get yelled at, Get yelled at. Maybe that's what you need.
Ferragamos.
Your trading sucks, and I'm gonna tell you why. First, you need to buy these. These are called Ferragamos.
Oh, yeah. Daddy's going to get his Ferragamos.
And like you look at Pax's wardrobe, and I've seen Pax in real life. I know what kind of shoes he's rocking, and he'll teach you how to navigate. Some days you got to get the gamos on, right? Some days you got to be wearing the on clouds. It just depends. You can't always be in the on clouds. You can't always be in the Ferragamos, but you need to know when to wear which. Pax will get you sorted.
He's got a guy.
Apparently, he's got some Travis Scotts.
No way.
That's what he's saying.
The only really ridiculously exotic shoes that I want are the Back to the Future Nikes, but they're like 50,000 or something crazy.
50,000?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
You know how many? That's a lot of Bass Pro hats.
I know, dude. That's unlimited Bass Pro hats.
Literally unlimited.
You could wear one every day for the rest of your life, probably for 50K.
Yeah, Legend Algo. I mean, platform tools could get pretty expensive. So if it's not working for you, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you to keep trading order flow if it's not really working out. It's something for everyone. Not everything works for everybody. So yeah, give it a shot. Go into Pax's room and see what you get.
Now we can watch Jackie Gleason while we
Okay.
That's your name?
Yeah.
Where did they get that from?
He's a famous dude. He actually has, dude, Google this. Jackie Gleason house. This entire house is built on a Fibonacci sequence. It's actually kind of cool.
What?
Yeah, Jackie Gleason house in Pennsylvania. He's a
UFO
famous
house?
he's a famous comedian / actor and composer. He's got really good classical music if you're into that. But yeah, he had a show. I think at one point he was even a late night host.
Well, he does have a UFO house.
Yeah. Apparently Richard Nixon, his wife tells a story that I think it was Richard Nixon. He was good friends with, I think it was Nixon. Maybe it was a different president. Showed him some spacecrafts. I don't know if it's true. But that's the story. That's
Pretty cool though.
finally going to get probably taken out as a Russell trade, but I will try it one more time below me. Down below. Just
I don't even want to touch NQ. Where'd you buy NQ? 913.
913 is my average. My first fill was 904.
Yeah, that was a good spot. That was 50% of the IB.
Yeah, it was 50. Yeah, it was 50% of the low of the overnight session is why I bought it. But was it 50% on the IB too?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That plays out a lot.
The
Like
IB.
a really good level, yeah, the 50%.
Yeah.
That and then also the back test of the IB high or low, like the same low in ES is the IB high.
Wrong. I just placed the wrong order. Didn't want to do
Strong
that.
hourly bar just closed. Daily looks strong again.
Oh, it's from Back to the Future.
Debating if I just want to get out of my NASDAQ here. Kind of really starting to slow down. Just going to close that trade. About to open up gold potentially if we get a little lower.
Hey, String Bean. Not much in NQ unless you're scalping. Or you bought that 50% of the IB.
I have no setups, no levels, no prep. Just trade the now and wait for spot to lean on absorption or fade exhaustion. No VWAP, no delta, no volume profile, no DOM, just footprint tape. Old
Just trade
school old
vibes.
man. Old school old man. Look, if it makes you money, none more needs to be said, honestly. Love it. Honestly, I love it. People overcomplicate this thing way too much, I think. Price is binary. It just goes up or it goes down. Yeah, I took trades earlier. Probably like for an hour and a half. There's only such thing as a 60-minute IB, guys. It is the initial balance, which is the first hour. If you want to break that up into different time frame ranges, just call it an opening range or something, or a range. $59-minute IB, front running it, huh? I used the 59 and 59 seconds IB.
YM's really acting decent too here. YM and ES are definitely the winners on making it easy to the upside. So CL is down 24% basically over the last 20 days. Pretty incredible how actually people were paying attention to when it was going up, but man, that move down, I actually thought was an easier trade than the move up.
Did you get it?
I mean, I didn't get the whole thing, but I was trading in and out to the downside for a while. But
You had a day where you made like a killing on some gold oil shorts, was it?
yeah, no, I basically I had a 10-hour day, and then I just took that next day and just jammed my risk super high and hit like a 170-point move.
Insane.
I'll do that every now and then. If like I have like a 10-hour day and like we're moving how I think we're gonna move, I just up my risk like really high. And basically if I have to see, like I have to have the trade well planned out. Like we came into like one of my levels, reacted to the tick, like literally picture perfect setup, something I only see a few years. Those are the days where I'm at my desk for like at least 16 hours and then I'm sleeping and that's it. Not doing much else because I'm just watching it like a hawk.
So what'd you do? What'd you do after you closed that? How'd you celebrate?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I mean, I did go on 2 vacations, but
Oh, that's something.
yeah.
I'd say that's something.
I bought myself some Gucci's. That's it. This is dumb. I can't believe it. I just accidentally entered this trade and let it go against me. I should have just closed it
Do you
immediately.
think there is an advantage or disadvantage using a DOM over bookmap? Depends who you are. I wouldn't say there's an advantage to using any one thing over the other because it all depends on how it speaks to you anyway. How is information relayed over to you and how do you process it? In my experience, the DOM could be a net negative for people. Like one of my good buddies, I spent a whole year trying to convince him to not use the DOM anymore. And when he finally listened, his trading just improved drastically. He's doing better now than he's ever done, and he's constantly improving because the noisiness of the DOM is no longer present. You keep getting faked out, and it's just not good. So, something for everybody. You'll always hear everyone saying, "My thing's the best. My thing's the best," and that's it. And I just don't believe that to be true. Like there are people that come onto the show and tell me what I'm doing is ridiculous and how I'm navigating and trading and what I'm using is foolish, and that's okay. I don't take any offense to it because for them it might really be true. So just I think Thursday, the last stream right after I got off, someone was telling me my read on the order flow is wrong. I'm seeing everything wrong. The short's not going to work. Got to get long, and I got paid very nicely on the short, and the market just kept sliding down. So, yeah, at the time I was like, you might be right. Respectfully, I hope you're wrong, but you might be right. So, it's something for everyone. There's no one thing. I forgot what he was referencing, but he was looking at something that was saying, no more shorts. It ain't gonna happen. Sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. Also, PAX. I appreciate that, PAX, but also happy belated birthday.
Oh, it's his birthday?
Yeah, a few days ago. PAX is 21.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Unc. $36, man.
26.
I want to look like you at 36.
Was NQ finally moving higher?
Yeah, finally a little bit of leadership versus ES. Still just choppy day.
Choppy, two boppy.
ES was a trend day. Buy the morning and then hold it.
Mm-hmm.
I read PAX's comments.
$2. That's
Keeps them
cheap.
young.
That is cheap.
Keeps them young.
That is cheap. That is a good deal. Inflation not calculated.
That's that pack special.
You still long NQ, Jack? You take any profits yet or just ride?
On what? I took off my
NQ?
NASDAQ.
Oh, okay. Just made a gazillion dollars.
Nah.
Finally pushing.
We just started slowing down, but then of course you're getting this breakout here now. But I should have just moved my stop up instead of taking profit.
Shoulda, woulda,
That's-
coulda.
Yeah, right. Been there
So
all
many
day
times
long, right?
I move the stop up and I'm like, why don't I just take the profit? Or at least some of it.
You want to give us a sneak peek into what you got? Get people amped up for your Thursday sesh.
Nothing particular. It's more of just an open format.
Okay.
A follow-up from the last one. There were apparently a ton of questions that we really couldn't get to. I will be doing like starting the stream. We'll go over stuff that has happened too, through the week so far and how I saw it and the whys in the hows, and I'm sure that will lead to a bunch of questions and it'll just be open format like that.
Yeah, right. That's right. You already did one.
Yeah. And apparently there was just too many questions still lingering. Yeah, it was like just drinking through a water hose. There was a lot of stuff to try to get through. Couldn't really address specifics that people had in terms of questions and all that. So we're gonna try to do that this time.
I got an order here at 53,263 in the YM too. So we'll see. Wait, oh, I forgot. I changed my clock back to Chicago time. I was like, oh my God, we have so much time left. I was like trying to like figure out this bug I have with not being able to open up Ninja. And normally my clock's on East Coast time, but I moved it back to Chicago because apparently sometimes if you don't sync your clock correctly, there's one of the reasons you can get failure options.
On your computer?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was just looking up. Someone suggested to me that could be the potential bug, like if you're trying to open an app. I've also had an issue with switching resolutions between screens. There was like some stuff I was building where I have two different screens with two different sizes and two different resolutions, and it wasn't syncing because it was the code I had built couldn't sync because it was running two different resolutions and I was like, oh, so I had to change both of my screens to the same resolution to make it work. So there's just like little random things you'll find like that when you're building weird stuff.
Someone says, Jack, what's it like to trade for 15 plus years? What motivates you to keep trading since you could be living on an island and retired by now with all the money you've made all those years? Thanks.
I don't think I could be living on an island retired. I'm 36 years old. I also don't know what I would do living on an island, and I don't even think like a lot of people continue to work past the point of what they can do to retire. Like anything else in life, the older you get, the longer you do it, the better you are, and the more you're into it. I think passion comes from passion and skill. Like makes you want to do things more, not typically less. I don't even feel like it's just inherently in most motivated people to continue to do what they're good at, regardless of where they're at financially. I mean, I know traders, they got way, 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 way more money than I got, and they ain't stopping.
So, in short, Jack will retire when he's dead.
Yeah. Or just like when I'm like, I don't know, hopefully not dead,
Physically
but
unable to
yeah,
hit buy
yeah.
and
I
sell.
mean, or what else am I going to do every day? Like you guys got a better idea of to do 6 hours a day. I mean, I can still balance my life pretty well. And that was always the goal, as long as I can balance my life. If I ever felt like I couldn't balance my life with trading, I'd probably stop. Never lived on an island. I have lived in different countries though. Basically, peninsulas. I am in gold. It's right on the screen. At level I mentioned here. It's a continuation trade, but I don't know. I mean, gold past the pit close can be a little washy sometimes. I'd actually rather take this setup after the same setup after Asia, or like 6 o'clock East Coast time.
That's what I realized too with gold. By the time it's like trade the close, it's really slow, and then you might as well wait until Globex.
Yeah, I would absolutely prefer this entry in Globex as opposed to now, but it's a price-based entry. I just do think you'll probably get the continuation more likely in that Asia session, as opposed to like if gold is dead going into its pit close, it never picks up.
Yeah.
Going into the cash index close. And not that it's like extremely dead. I mean, it's up 1% on the day, but it's really not
I'd
moving
say it's
fast.
dead. Like just the pace, just how much is left in terms of like how the market's gonna move. Might as well just wait for Asia. Unless it's a price that you're looking for. Obviously, you gotta go get it.
Yeah, I wouldn't honestly like trading in Asia, like the actual countries of Asia. The time difference is too much. I think it's easier to go somewhere in South America if you're looking for good weather. Go to Bocas del Toro in Panama if you're interested in islands similar to Thailand. And then you can trade in the same time zone as opposed to trying to live a normal life and wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not about that. I'm not trying to wake up in the middle of the night and live like outside of an owl
Like a
clock.
vampire.
Yeah. I mean, I lived in Costa Rica for a while. But yeah, it's the same time zone. It's easier. Cat's thoughts. I listened to his webinar too. I did take that away from it. Down day. He says a down day with an open that's higher, right? That was what he said. Market goes higher.
Down day close and higher at the open. Higher
Yep.
than what?
It's like a
Higher
gap
than-
up. So like
Oh,
we
I see.
close down on the day and gap up the next day. He said are the most bullish days. So his webinar was pretty good. It was basically just like being aware of like contextual information for setups as opposed to just like treating every day as the same.
So gap up during like say Globex open or RTH open, or it could be
RTH
either.
open, RTH
Okay.
open. So, and but that gap up starts in the Asia session, you know?
Right.
So like those down, I mean, I have noticed that those down days, you know, where we really get, like, I call it a salmon run, which is like continued selling past the 4 o'clock close into the 4:15 time frame below that low, and then using that as a gauge. Like if we can get back above that, basically, like, you know, look at that as a capitulation.
That makes sense.
Whose webinar? It was Larry Williams. It was last week. And then he actually dropped an indicator as well. If you guys didn't check that out, probably that timing cycle indicator he has. I downloaded it. I haven't loaded it up yet, but it was for the daily chart, so it's on like a little bit of a higher time frame than what I'm typically looking at. But I did think it was interesting stuff. Yeah, and then we also found out his daughter is like a famous actress.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Guy's got some good genetics, and she won the trading competition or whatever, the Robbins Cup. I'm not
Yeah.
even sure if that's like a thing anymore, but I feel like it's the NinjaTrader Cup now. We are
Yeah.
it's
It's where all the action happens. Ernest Kwong, I appreciate that. Yeah. That's great. That's a great testimonial. I appreciate it.
no, I didn't know that. I mean, I always knew who he was, but I've really never followed him closely. I can't say I've actually studied any of Larry Williams' stuff before. I mean, Chris, have you? I feel like you might have. You studied his stuff?
A little bit of stuff.
No, Pax. Larry Williams is your age, so I understand you know that who his daughter is, but yeah, I'm not even sure. Like, what is the entry criteria to that cup? Like, is it like a paid fee? Can anybody enter? Is there like restrictions on what you can trade, or is it just like throw 10K in a cash account and hook it up to our system?
Is it your own account or they provide you like
I think it's your own account. I think it's a cash
Yeah.
trading, which I think is cool.
Interesting. So you can't just be like signing up a bunch of accounts until one does well and you're like, look at me, I'm the guy, buy my course. Or can you if you have enough money?
I guess if you got enough money, you can buy anything, including an island.
A great marketing tool. Fund 10 accounts, one of them does well. Look at me, I'm good, buy my course.
There you go. Now you know your
Taking
playbook
notes
for
right
next
now.
year.
I'm getting ideas. I'm getting ideas right now.
ICT lost 97% of his account. Well, let's call the blowout.
Good bounce now. Look at that. It went higher. Buy once all-time highs, yes.
Do you guys know each other? Blue Shark? Are you guys running into each other on NT Live chat right now?
Nice packs getting this gold. Let's see if we can continue up here. This is, I think, on a higher time frame, really, where I want to see gold breaking out above.
Oh, you got picked up on that gold, huh?
Yeah. Only, I mean, I'm not going to hold it through the close here, but I think we're going to make our way up to like 42.60s this week.
So like flatten and then get back in Asia?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I was trying to have dinner with Pax, but the restaurant we were going to go to apparently is closed on a Monday. So now we're recalculating.
Well, don't put it in chat or it'll be you guys and 40 others.
Yeah, no, exactly. Interesting movement in CL over the last 2 days. Really seems to be trying to finally bottom here, though.
Said it was down like 24% or something?
Yeah, I mean, it's down, I mean, 24% over the last 20 days. That's a move. Yeah, just the action here held the midpoint from the lows of the day, or basically the midpoint of Thursday's range. I'm not counting Friday because the holiday, but anytime I see that, us hold the midpoint of the prior day as like the low. It's something I pay attention to for potential reversal.
Chart House, you're asking why did I not take longs into the pullback to the 9MA? Are you talking about like this pullback here on the 2-minute time frame? If so, I don't buy these 1 to 2 candle pullbacks to the 9MA, really not that much unless I'm feeling aggressive, because it's not really, oh, you are talking about here. Yeah, I don't really buy these pullbacks. I want to be either at the reversal, which is right here, so I can have a stop at the low of whatever move can come. Or if I'm trading a wedge setup, then I'm most likely looking at this and then trading the breakout right here, so I can have my stop really here. If I'm buying a 1 candle pullback to the 2-minute 9MA, I have to be thinking it's a very fast tape that we're going to see an exponential move higher, and probably 30 minutes or an hour into the day, right, where most of the volume is. At this point of the day, I didn't feel like I wanted to be aggressive. I just didn't. see a big move happening here. So for me to put on capital or risk here, it just didn't make sense for me. Like this is a very rare buy.
Would I swing long CL here, Mia? No. I don't really like, I don't know, like oil like is a commodity, and Larry Williams kind of talked about it a little bit, where like the indexes is easier to swing long because they have a drift higher, but like oil doesn't have a natural drift higher. Gold, in my opinion, has a natural drift higher. Not so much as the indexes do. So I just, unless there was an event I was anticipating or a much higher time frame setup, like actually going into, the quote unquote war, if you looked at the daily, like we were building very bullish structure in oil, and then of course you have the event. But right now, this isn't like, I would rather swing short oil on a pop as opposed to try to catch, if we're down 20%, the trend is clearly lower. I'm more interested in actually selling a pop than I would be interested in buying the long into the short. So if we rally, like, I don't know, let's say 7 to 10%, I'd be more interested in a short and CL than I am in a long down here. Otherwise, I'd just day trade it.
And I guess that's it for NQ.
Look at ES.
Yeah, I don't use a copy trader. I used it once and no more. Just doing the trade of 8 one. Yeah, buyers try it and sellers are a little bit stronger.
NQ having a hard time getting anything outside the IB. This thing is pooping. Yeah, it looks like it's possible on NQ, but then you look at ES and they are literally at high of day, just holding. Hate it.
Let's see here, 30 minutes left.
I bet people are trying to see if they can short NQ right now. Definitely hard with ES all the way up here. but I know people want it. I could see it in the chat.
Oh, yes, now pulling back a little bit too. NQ must be, you know what, Cooper? You're muted, okay? It's just not much going on here.
Naughty
Double
fish. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a great analogy.
The double chevron arrow. It is different than my cayenne bars. Is that what color that is? Cyan? What do you? I don't know how to pronounce that word, to be honest. Cyan, cayenne.
See you, man, dude.
Yes, it is different. It is different. Hmm.
Not much going on. We're just in a balanced day.
Seriously, yeah.
Yep.
Me? Just hanging around.
I go
That's
back
literally the
down.
market right now, yeah.
That may be the high day for ES and then a lower high in NQ. And that may be it here.
Lower high, move through the range. The bid's always out there. ATR is held steady, 12.
Yeah, I think that we're going to get bid out of this low here into the close in the NQ. We'll see, though. Really not much to do. Not much to do here. Closing thoughts, though. I mean, NASDAQ is up 1.5% year to.
Yeah, Max did well, lifted up NQ. Financials lifted up ES. I think healthcare is the strongest non-tech sector recently. But without semis, market's not doing much.
Semi trucks.
Yep.
Yeah, semi trucks haul the market.
We need those trucks.
Those trucks' wheels stop moving. Market stops going. Got to turn that Cummins engine back on. I wonder where the word, what is the root word of semi? That sounds like a Latin word. Like, what does that mean? Like, what is a semiconductor? Like, where did they come up with that term? What's the
That's
root of
way
semi?
too big brain here. Gonna have to ask Google or chat.
Semiconductor. Well, I mean, come on, it's the conductor of the semi.
Latin
Well, when you
origin.
put it that way, huh?
I'm gonna look it up. You got a lot of words with like semi at the front. You know what I'm saying?
It's not a full conductor. Partly.
Okay. In eight, we're gonna get so off topic here. In 1838, that's when the term was created. That's actually crazy. Material whose electrical conductivity is between that of a conductor and that of an insulator. Modern specific sense is recorded in 1931. But yeah, semi means the Latin origin half. Learn something new. How about a train conductor?
Little trivia time with chat. Sort of conductor was not as catchy.
I agree.
$30.
Well, it's almost algo time already.
When those single stock futures come out, we'll be able to talk about anything moving, right?
Yeah.
About what, 3
I want a
weeks?
prepared watch list. I better
I'm
get
just gonna
those.
swing trade them.
Yeah.
I really hope they actually, have ample liquidity and just move independently to some degree at least. If NQ is doing this and ES and everything else, we can actually go to them and get some trading done. That would be such a great scenario, especially with these summer months.
Are there any earnings today? I don't know. You mean how many shares, Geoff? It would be 100 shares for one contract of Tesla. We do have banks that have earnings coming up, I believe, later this week or next. No, next. So earnings seasons will start again, get some more volatility, good action.
If NQ can make it past 029, it's gonna move fast. Seems like it's past it now.
Chris, was that you outside the England's hotel lighting off fireworks?
Yeah. They weren't letting anybody sleep.
I gotta see off the internet. I just saw a video of a soccer player breaking his arm.
Like a World Cup soccer player?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. It's just some clip on
Broke
Twitter.
his arm?
Yeah, jumping a fence. Jordan Henderson.
Like jumping up a fence to celebrate a goal or
Yeah,
something?
no, like he was just like he's part of England's team. You just like jumping a fence to like get to wherever it was going, like a small one, like waist high, and it just slipped and came down his arm, just snapped it in half.
Oh.
He's a midfielder for England, I guess. Gosh.
Bad risk management.
Talk about a freak accident. Okay, so this
Seriously.
lake that I was like right next to over the weekend, there was a tornado that hit out of nowhere, and people were on the lake. Or it was like a cyclone, horrible storm, just came up really fast. And the dad there's like 10 people on the boat, I guess, 4 kids. He put 3 of them from this is what I've heard in the bathroom. Like if you've been on like a bigger boat, you got like a bathroom in the corner. And then the boat flipped and capsized, and the kids got stuck and they all drowned.
Whoa.
Yeah. If you were that father, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was happening on Lake Geneva. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
terrible.
Anything
Freak
can happen
accidents, man. Seriously.
anytime. All right, what is going on here? We're doing nothing. I might just blast out. Yeah, be grateful. Move these targets down.
Yeah, there's always like all these drowning accidents. I mean, there was one, I don't remember where, but recently it was like a family. The mom was like some diving instructor, and she took her family to do a little bit of cave diving. Went a little too far, and the theory is that they got lost coming back,
Attention
and
traders, it's algo
they just
time.
ran out of oxygen. It was too dark.
Cave diving is just like you hear about that
look at
stuff
that.
and you're like, what are you doing?
Back
Why would you
down.
dive in a
Look.
cave?
A move.
Yeah, I actually had an uncle that passed away diving, but he had a heart attack while he was diving. Pretty wild.
I'm just seeing in chat. There's a guy convincing somebody he's the god of trading right now. Speaking of diving, yeah, I mean, little bit of algo work. Just same range, value area, price cannot escape value today.
Not that same action in the Dow though. Here we're pushing up on high on this candle.
Dow is doing the opposite. It's just running.
Yeah, I mean we're on basically highs. We're about to take out high, the most recent swing high. I mean the high of the afternoon. Dow was really the strongest market last week, and then it just was gapping down here this morning, and really I think was the cleaner trade actually. I needed to watch that a little better today, but I was slow mental Monday for me.
Went diving hungover once. Had to puke through mouthpiece. Not a fun time. That's like a worse version of waterboarding.
Yeah, wow.
Insane.
A worse version of waterboarding. It's a really good way to put that. Or just puking in your own snorkeling mask. Then you gotta.
Dude, that's nightmare. Nightmare fuel. Well, if anyone was sitting short waiting for an algo gamble, congratulations. Maybe you get a quick 100 here for you.
EMA. Yep.
Do I think MOC is gambling? Yeah, if you're trying to predict the MOC move, I would say so. Could be wrong. Really don't think I am, but I would say so. Like if you're holding a runner, I don't know. If you're in a, would it still be gambling? If you're in profit and your risk is capped and you're just waiting to see if it breaks your way, I guess that's technically gambling. You could say trading is gambling, I guess. Semantics, I think. Yeah, I think there's more edge in trading outside of MOC for sure. Yeah. Market on close. Ooh.
Made it exciting for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah. For anyone sitting short.
I mean,
There's your
even
100.
63-point move there in 5 minutes on the NQ. That's like twice the average we were moving, basically.
And back down. See what we get tomorrow. Semis don't have a good look. Red, and they're rejected from the 20 EMA.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Jim.
Boy, oh boy, what a day. Jack, did you just get out of your gold position?
I just took it off.
You didn't have to because of me.
No, it wasn't because of you. It was just like, I mean, it's 3 minutes to close, and I saw, I got scared.
I
It's
gotcha.
like Jim's coming.
Third.
Dude, this morning I said the low for gold is not in yet, and I might regret my words, but we'll find out.
Take it day by day. I'd
Yeah.
like a deeper pullback for like longer term in gold, but who knows? We kind of broke out of that consolidation pretty hard here in the last 2 days.
Yeah, but we got more work to do before I'm comfortably happy with saying the low's in.
Yeah.
It's just me. Chris, are you in a trade still or no?
No. Nothing for me here.
Well, I was surprised at the rally anyway. The Bitcoin almost to 94,000.
Okay.
Really?
Wait,
Heck
what?
yeah, maybe.
No.
What are you looking at?
Don't disregard the Bitcoin. I'm looking at July Bitcoin, 63,945.
Oh, you said 94,000.
Yeah, you said 94.
Did I really?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it would just did
I was like,
something
what have I
crazy.
been missing?
50% bounce in 10 minutes.
Oops.
All right. There should be some rules about having a trading stream on after a major holiday. Yeah, so stand corrected. 64,000. Still though, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, it's not 94. 94 would have made me jump out of my seat. Well,
yeah.
what's his name had to sell?
I know. That's why the market's railing. They're laughing. Although Nasdaq's still below 30,000, not by much, but I'd like to see it.
Senior moment.
Yeah, that's about Josh Platinum. I'm buying at 9,400. I have a lot of senior moments, and yes.
Ooh.
This
Thank
morning
you,
was
still moving lower.
rough. This afternoon's good. Bonds are back to mid 112 handle. Crude oil still under $69. Wheat was up today. There we go. There's the bell. Interesting times. Well, look at this action, man. Wow. Anyway, great job, you guys, as usual. Really, really appreciate you guys being on the stream at NinjaTrader Live. Let's give these three a round of applause, please. Tomorrow is Tuesday. I won't be warned for the weather, so to speak. I'll be ready to go. We have a special guest, Abdullah Aziz. Abdullah Aziz has been with us before. He is like in the middle of this energy world in the Middle East. He's an awesome, awesome guest. He'll be with us tomorrow morning with Tracy. T-Trades is going to be doing Tape Talk. Merritt and Chris. Chris is coming back to trade the open with Merritt. Can't wait for that. Nick and Selma then are going to join for midday markets. Good to see Nick and Selma. And then trading the close, regular 2 o'clock afternoon start with Tracy's afternoon update. And then trading the close with Joey, Stowe, and Jack will be back. Very awesome. No XYZ tomorrow.
Nope. But the rest of the week, yes.
All right. Well, that's good. We'll get some more XYZ in. Anyway, great lineup tomorrow. And one more reminder, everybody. Remember, Thursday afternoon, 4 to 5 o'clock, part 2, Develop Your Edge with XYZ, open mic session. So come loaded with questions, preferably about trading, but you could ask them anything. We'll be around for an hour. It'll be super excellent. This is kind of like part 2. XYZ did part 1, which was great. And looking forward to Thursday, 4 p.m. East Coast time. So thank you for doing that, XY. All right. Other than that, had a good day today, everybody. Hopefully you did too, trading-wise. I do want to remind everybody, most important message of the day, please be safe out there and be good to each other. We'll see you soon.
Take care, everybody.
What's up, chat?
Take care.